Here with me now, Tara Palmeri. She's the author of The Red Letter on Substack. Tara, good to see you. I mean, the breaking news on this tonight is that Vice President Vance has finally now said something, weighing in. And here's what he said. President Trump has done more than any person in my lifetime to earn the trust of the movement he leads. I'm proud to stand beside him. Now, Tara, you've been talking to sources in the administration all night. How is this feud landing?
I mean, I've been talking to them all week, asking them, how do we think this is going to end? Because I didn't think it was going to end the way that we saw it ending, which seemed to sort of escalate over the days, right? I don't think anyone expected it to blow up this quickly. They were hoping maybe August would be like height escalation, not just, a few weeks into first week of June. But yeah, I mean, everyone is sort of trying to understand what's going on right now. JD is taking a political calculation. He's deciding to stick with Donald Trump, who won't even endorse him when asked if he would endorse JD as his successor. Elon Musk obviously has deep pockets. He could choose somebody else to go up against JD Vance, is retribution. He could go with Ron DeSantis, who clearly sees Elon Musk as someone that he can partner with again. As you remember, Elon Musk hosted him on X when he announced that he was running for president. And already Ron DeSantis has sent out some fundraising emails supporting Elon Musk, well, before the Epstein tweet. But still, there's obviously a little bit of jockeying going on because he is the richest man in the world and he can cause a lot of havoc in the Republican Party. And all day long, operatives who are working on important races in the House and the Senate, they've been trying to reach Elon Musk's advisor and they're like, what do we do? What do we do? And no answer.
On that point, in terms of the GOP, I mean, you also spoke to Steve Bannon, who we noted is actually calling for Musk to be deported. He actually had some warnings for the Republican Party about what Musk might do. What did he tell you?
Yeah, he predicted, this was yesterday that we spoke, and he predicted that Musk would take a hard turn left to try to save Tesla, that he would say that they were all drill, baby, drill. They were going to burn the earth down, that Trump is the, antichrist, and that he's seen the light and he's had a sort of like midlife crisis. And now he's turning the left and he's going to make environmentally friendly cars and try to make up for his bad ways. But ultimately, I think that is unlikely that the left would take Elon Musk back, especially after all of his, racist comments. And I think I don't think that Democrats would ever take him back. But, that was the concern then. And I think what we're really seeing is Elon Musk going even further to the right, frankly.
I'm going to ask Congresswoman Stanberry, who's joining us a little bit later, about what she thinks Democrats will do with respect to Elon Musk on that very point. I want to ask you, because Musk is suggesting without evidence that Trump is in the Epstein Files. He called it, quote, a really big bomb. You've actually spoken to Epstein survivors about this very topic in the past. What did you learn?
Yeah, I mean, I've spoken to a number of Epstein survivors and as they were aware of President Trump, they'd seen him around. None of them told me that they were personally victimized by him or saw him victimize a child before. So I can only go on the accounts that I have. And we know that he's in Epstein's black book in terms of his phone numbers in there about 14 times. We know they were friends during the height of Epstein's sex trafficking operation in the 1980s to the early 2000s. And actually, they got in a fight over real estate. And that's what really angered Trump about Epstein, that they got into this feud over a piece of property in Palm Beach. And one of the Epstein survivors actually subpoenaed Donald Trump to help her case. And he did actually help. He sat down and he was deposed and he helped give out information about Epstein's friends. And he had like some very bizarre comments. He said that he noticed that the girls, when he went to his house, were very young at hanging around Epstein's pool. And he asked Epstein about it. And Epstein said, oh, they're part of a big brother, big sister program. I mean, the kids were so obviously young. I mean, but you have to think to yourself, Laura, if you saw something like that, wouldn't you tell the authorities, do something about it.
Well, Trump, just so we're
How can
clear,
you just look away?
he has never been charged in connection with anything related to Epstein, just so we're
No.
clear. But the accusers that
No,
you've spoken to have
no.
not intimated as much either, right?
No. Just that they had seen him around and that he was, and he had told Brad Edwards, who was the lawyer of one of the victims, that he was suspicious of Epstein because he had seen so many young girls around, and he asked Epstein about it, and that was his response, that he was a mentor.
Wow. Tara Palmeri, thank you so much.
Thank you.